What's going on, everybody? So the Jaguars today traveled out to Houston and lost to a division rival, Houston Texans. Lost by a score of 30-14, and the Jaguars now drop to 1-4, while the Texans improve to 1-4. So with this game, am I surprised? I am not at all surprised. It is honestly about what I expected, which is pretty sad. I mean, when you look at this game, the Texans were actually favored to win this game by 7 points by Vegas. And it's surprising because obviously the Houston Texans have not won a game, but yet they're favored by 7 points. But the Jaguars actually go out and lose by 16 points to the Texans. And now the Jaguars are the first team in NFL history to lose 3 straight games to teams without wins. And the Jaguars are just a bad team. There's no question about it. The Jaguars are just a bad team, and you really look at the game and you can't really, besides the kicker, you can't really point to any one reason why the Jaguars lost. Obviously, the kicker was horrible, but just the team as a whole, it's just not a very good product. And you guys, if you guys watch my video that I put out on Friday, you guys all kind of know where I am and where I stand with this team. I want to almost tank to not only get a quarterback, but to kind of get this whole coaching staff and front office out of here. I hope that some losing might actually make Shad Khan actually do something and actually kind of make some changes with this team so we can be better moving forward. So I don't know. It's just a bad football team, and I mean, when you look at everything, the offense was not very good. I was hoping, usually with these games, you rely on the offense to be good and the defense to be bad, but I thought the defense actually played a better game today than the offense. The defense actually had a couple of interceptions. They actually got the ball with the Jaguars in good field territory. And I actually thought that they got decent pass rush on Deshaun Watson. I don't know the exact amount of sacks that the Jaguars actually got, but the Jaguars, I mean, it felt like they were actually, I guess they got 1 sack on the opponent. So, the Jaguars, I thought, felt like getting pressure and forcing Deshaun Watson to get the ball out. But man, all Deshaun Watson, all he really needs to do is just do slant routes and stuff like that, and they just kind of drive the ball down the field. And really, I mean, when you look at everything, I am just in evaluation mode, especially at the quarterback position. And, as you guys all know, I'm not a true Gardner Minshew believer, and it's just for the reasons, just like this game, man. I mean, Gardner Minshew once again proves that he has bad pocket presence. I mean, he makes the offensive line look worse than they actually are. He's always rolling out. He doesn't know how to stay in the pocket and deliver a strike. He can't deliver a deep ball. I mean, he was missing several deep balls, and then the one deep ball that he actually did connect, a quarterback with a really good arm, with a strong arm, it's a touchdown. I mean, the deep ball that he threw to Conley slowed down the defensive back, kind of overran it, and they got the ball at the 5-yard line. And I don't know. It's just it just continues to kind of be, kind of prove to me that Gardner Minshew kind of isn't the answer. Of course, is it his game that we lost, his fault that we lost this game? No, I'm not going to say that. The team is just bad, but I like, there's some things that I like. I like the game out of Shenault. Shenault had a really good game. Shenault had 7 receptions for 79 yards. He continues to be good. I was a little bit disappointed that what's his face? DJ Chark had a very quiet game. 3 receptions for 16 yards. Not much there. They were kind of locking him out of the game. James Robinson was very quiet on the ground. James Robinson only had 48 yards, but that's only 13 carries. The Jaguars are constantly down in the second half, so they're not really able to run the ball out very well. And that one play was just flat out embarrassing. The 4th down that they went for it, where James Robinson just kind of fumbled when he was going to throw the ball. It was just, questionable play call at that moment. But I don't know. It's just the Jaguars. I mean, at the end of the day, they're just a bad team. We're kind of having to evaluate different positions. But I mean, there's just, some of the spots I liked, especially I know the defense gave up 30 points and everything, but we were missing our 3 best players at each level, missing Josh Allen, missing Miles Jack, missing CJ Henderson. And, the defensive back group is almost like name that Pokemon. It's like a guy makes a play. It's like, who's that? Like, name that defensive back. Sidney Jones. You know what I mean? It's just, Daniel Thomas, Chris Clayton, whoever the hell these guys are running out there. I mean, it's just a bunch of no names, especially after Josh Jones got ejected for a helmet to helmet, which I actually didn't know this until this game, that you could actually be kicked out for an individual play like that. I thought that was only really in college football, but he got out of there, and I thought Sidney Jones actually looks pretty nice. I kind of hope that once CJ Henderson gets back, they kind of bench Trey Herndon and start playing Sidney Jones at the outside spot, because I think he's kind of earned that spot, because Trey Herndon's just having a rough year. But Jared Wilson was back. Jared Wilson had an interception. Devon Smoot was kind of flashing out there. He made some good plays, including I believe the sack kind of belonged to him, even though it was kind of a wash-up duty type of sack. But I guess the real disappointing thing about this game is the offense did not play good. Usually we can rely on the offense to put up at least 20 points, but the offense was given the ball a couple times in good field position after interceptions, but just could not do anything with it, could not push it in the end zone. And yeah, I mean, the Jaguars, in my eyes, the Jaguars kind of won this game, because you guys all know I want a new quarterback, and I want a franchise changing quarterback. Not that this game is on Minshew, but I don't want mediocrity. I don't want good. I want great at that position. And the coaching staff, I want the coaching staff gone. I want a fresh breath of life, and to really move forward and help the Jaguars get some sustainable success for this team. But it's just embarrassing from the standpoint that the Jaguars just lost to an 0-4 team. The Jaguars just lost an 0-4 team. And they got whooped, lost by 16 points, and it's not going to get any better, especially after the Lions aren't a very good opponent. But after that, man, we still got Baltimore, Steelers, the Browns. We got the Titans, Colts. We got the Packers, the Bears. It's not looking good for our Jaguars. But of course, evaluation mode. Let's see what we got, especially out of the rookie class as they get older. Let's see what kind of building block kind of positions that we have, and just move forward. So with all that said, I'm kind of curious. I put a poll out on my Flick about whether or not you guys think where you guys are at with Gardner Minshew. I kind of got, are you still on the train? Are you off the train? Is it a no after today? Yes after today? And I don't mean to be so negative about Minshew, but I just it's frustrating, because the things that he's bad at, the things that he's holding the team back at, I feel like he's not improving at. You know what I mean? And we kind of need that at the quarterback position. But whatever, I'm going to stop kind of harping on that. Let me know what you guys think about this game, and I appreciate you guys for watching. Go Jaguars. I'm out.